Hey, what's going on, Blue Noses? Keep right on. We've got a special guest with us tonight, Neil from BlueTube. Nick couldn't come on tonight. He's at a party, so Nick's with us in spirit. I love you loads, Nick. Also, as well, before we get into it, I just want to just share this one thing real quick because I can't thank you guys enough. I was just sitting there the other day and just looking at the channel and stuff, and you know, I've been doing this just over 12 months now, just over 12 months. And I've nearly got 3,000 subscribers, which is amazing. 28 channel members, and yeah, I just can't thank you guys enough. So I just want to thank my members as well. So Glenn, Emu Games Master, Gary Samson, Carol Leah, Jay, Blue Shadow, Lee, Joey, Sadie, Rich, Stuart, Jerry, Mrs. Blue, Danny, Adrian, Paul, Steve, Ollie, Blue Nose Sam, Protea Blue, PTSD Dunk, Chris Donnelly, Steve Clark, Jody, Big Tone, the Chubby Tiger, Keith, and Chris. So thank you so much, guys, for supporting the channel further. It just really helps the channel massively. And yeah, I'm just blown away by your support, as always. So I'm going to bring on Neil from BlueTube. How you doing, mate?
Just how you introduced it then. I'm all right, matey, thanks. Yeah. Special guest, making me feel important. Here
Yes,
you are.
Like any Blue Nose is a special guest, mate.
Oh, absolutely right. Absolutely right. And hello to everyone out there. God, you got loads of people on saying hello already, so it's really nice, really good.
Yeah, and I better get through some of the comments because I'm I'm crap with the comments them on my own. But yeah, how are you, mate? Anyway, you all right?
Very well, mate. Yeah, really good. Enjoying my weekend, to be fair. Missing the football because it's been a bit of a strange weekend for it, hasn't it? Yeah. But the results have gone our way, haven't they? Which we can talk about.
Yeah. Well, I woke up at 4 o'clock, so I just finished my last night shift. I got 4 days off now. We spoke before we just started this, didn't we? So I've got a few days off now, but I woke up at 4 o'clock and I kind of forgot because with the shifts and stuff, you kind of lose track of the days because my shift pattern's all over the place. My sleep's all over the place from the 2 days, the 2 nights and stuff. So yeah, I forgot it was.
I don't miss shifts. I don't miss shifts at all. Four on, 4 off. Yeah, I used to do something similar. God.
But yeah, I forgot it was Saturday, like, and I was like, I wondered how the other teams got on. But yeah, they've all gone in our favour again, haven't they?
Really good, yeah.
So
and Huddersfield have lost again today, haven't they? So
yes.
So we want that run to continue for them.
Yes, we do, mate.
Come Tuesday.
Yeah. So we got Lee RV. How's it going, Jay? You heard of Nick? Hope he's feeling better soon. Got the stellar in for you tonight. Get it down, you son. Yeah, Nick wasn't very well, but I think he's at a party tonight, he was saying. But he's with us in spirit. Good evening, Jay from Raymond. Good results all round today. Bring on Tuesday. 2-0 to the Blues. Go on, son.
Straight in there. Love it.
Emu Games Master. Have a great show, lads and lassies. Cheers, mate. Susan, how you doing? How you doing? Engelman, keep right on, mate. Poor show against Wrexham, in my opinion. We'll get into that in a sec, mate.
Yeah.
Lee, how you, Jay from Leeburg? Good draw. Wrexham 1-1. Next game, Huddersfield Town 5-1. Birmingham City from Leeburg. Leeburg's an Albion fan, if you didn't know, by the way, but your second team's Blue.
Yeah. I think we spoke with Lee a few times. He's left a few comments for us. Good lad, Lee.
So Mr. Mowbray's back. Managing
That's a cracking signing, isn't it, for them?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He'll do well. He'll just bring the positivity back in, won't he?
Yeah, definitely. Calvin, Duncan, how you doing,
right, Duncan?
Everybody, keep right on.
That's it.
Blue arm, mate. Get up there, my son. Yes, Paul. How you doing, mate?
Paul.
Nicky's dancing his heart out to YMCA.
I could see that.
Yeah, me as well. Yeah, I reckon he's as well. Noel, how you doing, mate? Noel's a Blues YouTuber as well. Neil, the content creator as well.
Brilliant. Thanks, Noel.
YouTube is obviously a subscriber as well and a fan.
Oh, lovely, love it. Drop us a few comments, Noel, when you get a chance.
Where do you think we'll finish in the league?
Well, this year, we are gonna finish top. Let's be positive. I've got a bit of a death.
Boys.
I'm knocking on it. You can see me moving my computer around. I'm touching wood.
Yeah, he's got to invest on you today, mate. He's got his training gear on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good
You're
lad.
right, Paul. Saw that.
Evening, Jay. Yes, Blue Shadow.
Hi, Blue Shadow.
This is what I like as well when I talk amongst ourselves as well, which is good.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I was was it last week? I was watching on. I only came in late actually, and I caught the sort of last hour cracking one last week. Was it last weekend? Is it gone that quick? Last Sunday, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I can't remember. Might have been Sunday, yeah. And it's just you can't help it but join in with all the chat that's going on. It's really good.
Yeah, you love it as well, don't you, mate?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Clara is a beast. Best signing. Yeah, James, absolutely right. I love him. I do.
Yeah, he's a solid brick wall, isn't he?
Yes, and that partnership with Davis, it's unbreakable, isn't it? Keep right on, Noel.
Yes, Neil. How you doing, mate? Duncan, he's got his glass ready. Fair play, mate. Saturday night, get it down, yeah. Yeah, ref was awful.
Typical performance for a ref, like as in Blues. Yeah, we weren't getting anything really, were we?
No. Yes, Jerry. How you doing, mate?
Hi, Jerry. Is he going to Huddersfield, did he say?
Oh. Hi, Jay Neil. I'm going to Huddersfield on Tuesday, yes.
Superb. Enjoy that, mate. Hopefully we'll score a few. Still think we're due a few goals, aren't we, Jay? We really are now.
Yeah, someone's due a good pasty, mate.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah.
Keep right on, Engelman. We could just get through the comments all night, Jay, couldn't we? Just answer the comments.
We have to get through some because they're building up a bit again. Did you press the magic button? Nick will be skating with his headphones on. Can't leave them at home.
He's got to find them first, hasn't he? Do you remember that time he was rustling underneath his desk trying to plug him in?
Yeah. He's funny, isn't he, Nick?
Oh, he's brilliant.
Wendy, keep right on.
Keep right on, Wendy.
Lee, win league, Birmingham City. Gets back to Championship, Birmingham City from Lee Burke.
That's it.
I reckon it'll be a good season next year. Because I can't see Wolves staying up, can you?
No, not now. Not now. I think, and they haven't got that new manager bounce that they expected, have they? So it's all going to go wrong for them again. But yeah, almost certain that Birmingham take the top spot this season. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
it's ours to lose now. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Without sounding too, sure of ourselves, but I am.
Yeah. Did you see that as well? By the way, I had because I'm on Twitter. That's really good for like football stuff and like rumours and like transfer stuff. There's a couple of post mentions about potential signings again. I haven't like heard anything personally or like read anything, but like on social media, I ain't sure if you saw anything, Neil.
I haven't seen anything on Twitter, but just a little thing that during the Sky interview when Chris Davis was on at the end of the match.
Yeah.
The presenter, the girl said, "Is there anyone expecting to come in?" And he sort of initially shot it down, but they said he was looking at maybe cover for left back and one or two others.
Yeah.
So he didn't say no. So I think we're always looking when we get chance, aren't we? And I think we've got the wherewithal to do that now, haven't we? With our great owner as he is. So I wouldn't be surprised. I think there'll be more coming in yet.
Yeah, definitely. Jay from Wendy, my knee recovery going back to work next week after 6 weeks off. Fair play, Wendy. That's good news. I hope you're all right as well.
Yeah, I hope you recover well. I know what it's like to have a bad knee. We were just talking about this, weren't we, Jay?
That cow, Courtney was commenting on Tuesday, and she was biased. Yeah, well, I always watch it on Blues TV, but For anybody that doesn't know, Courtney's the one that I put on my videos every time Stano scores.
Okay.
Time he gets a goal. Is there any more players coming in? We just spoke about that, haven't we? So
Yeah, hopefully so. Hopefully so.
Jay, can I message you privately? Yeah. Just drop me a message on Facebook or something like that, Wendy, and yeah, you can talk to me now, problem. Stephen Brooks Blue shout out. Have a surprise poem to read out soon.
Oh, good.
Nice Blue shout out.
A surprise one. I expect everyone every time I come on. I want one. They're brilliant.
But yeah,
No
so we're going to talk about the game then, Neil. So
yeah.
we get opinions in, but before we get into it, I just want to say how like grateful and proud I am to be a Blue Nose. Not just because I've always been a Blue Nose, but like with the owners, mate. I can't believe Tom Wagner. What a bloke! You know, he's sat with the Blues fans again. He's all geared up in all his Blue stuff. He loves it, mate. And also as well, his Sky interview when he gave that lad.
I was just going to say that, Joe. I'm glad you mentioned that because I didn't want to get sort of too political and drawn into certain things. But the guy knows just how to do it, doesn't he? He's so in touch with us, isn't he? He's so in touch with the fans. It makes you proud to be a Blues fan because the guy is just like the respect that he sort of gets from everybody, and he's really put us on the map, I think. And I've said that before, but he's brought a new light on the Blues, hasn't he? And it's hard to ignore what's going on down the Blues now. And I've always felt that the media have sort of, I don't want to say been against us, but sort of missed us out on a lot of occasions. And it's still happening, like in the game, with the way it was commentated on. Yeah. But I think what our board does now, and certainly with Knighthead coming in now, it's really, you can't ignore what's going on down there now, and they have to give us that bit of limelight that we deserve now.
Yeah, it's one of those, though, isn't it? Like, it's the sad reality of life, really. I think it's like when you go, like you know, I'm sure you've been in a few places in your time where you've worked and stuff. Like I've been the same, you know. Like we all make mistakes and stuff, but people tend to remember the mistakes rather than like all the good things you made. And I think that's
absolutely.
Like, media and stuff, you know, like if you make one bad decision, like they don't remember like all the good stuff. And look at all the good stuff that Tom Wagner's brought to Blues, you know, sellouts every week, home and away. You know, he's sitting with us when he can get down there, when he finds
and I was sort of proud of the Blues fans around him as well, because you sort of half worry that someone's going to make a bit of a muppet of themselves, because that'd be me if I was there. I'd be like, "Oh, Tom, give us a hug." It's always, but they left him alone, and he was allowed to enjoy was it Jeremy Dale he was with? I think it was.
Yeah.
And he was allowed to just enjoy the game and get on with it. And if anything, when we scored the goal, he was trying to get onto someone else, wasn't he? When they showed the clip,
climb over the chairs. He was. Yeah. Exactly. He looked it, mate. But like Knighthead, you know, they're a business, aren't they? You know, they're kind of like repair broken businesses, and then they sell them on to profit. Like, obviously, it's a business at the end of the day, but I think he's got the bug for it, mate, and I don't think he's going to be going anywhere anytime soon. I
totally agree, because when he first came in, that was touted around a lot, wasn't it? That they'll come in, they'll do a repair job, they'll make money, and they'll move on. But I think he's got the bug, like you say, and I think he's fallen in love with the Blues, hasn't he? He's become, if he wasn't a soccer fan before, now a football fan, he is now.
Yeah,
he's got that bug, and I think it's something that he's picked up, and he just wants to just keep it going.
Yeah,
I think there was a bit of proof in the pudding with that one when he paid. I don't think anyone knows exactly how much, but when that money was exchanged for Jay Stansfield, it was almost like, I'm invested in this now. Let's make a statement, and that's exactly what he did with making sure we got him. There he is.
There he is. Look, what a blow! What a blow! But yeah, it was only like, you know, just out of respect for him, because I just love him to bbs.
Yeah.
He's now he's all geared up.
You've met him, haven't you, Jay? Because I've seen him on your. Who was he talking about? You know, when he says up the Blues now, what was you asking him to say?
Oh, that was for my dad.
Oh, is your dad Ian?
Yeah.
That makes sense now. Got you. That's perfect. That is, isn't it?
Yeah. That was from my dad. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Because my dad's my hero, mate, and if it weren't for him, I'd be a Blue now. So
Oh, what a tribute that is then to be able to. What did your dad say when he saw that?
He loved it. Well, because we was both at the Shrewsbury game, and it was the pre-season friendly, and I didn't know that I was sitting by Tom Wagner. I knew he was there, but I didn't know that he was by us, and literally he was 3 or 4 seats away, and he was just sitting in a normal seat, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, what a bloke. And then half time came, and my dad, he come over all excited, he met me. He says, haha, have a guess what I've got? And he had a photo with Tom Wagner. I says, well, I'll stop you right there. I says, I can better it. And then I showed him the video, a shout out for my dad from Tom, and he was like, no way. He says, that's fantastic.
It really is, isn't it? That's superb.
He just started laughing, couldn't believe it. But yeah, he's just a cracking bloke, isn't he, mate?
He is, really is. Yeah. Right. Did you want to get on to?
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. So we were saying briefly before we started, weren't we? I would have taken a point before the game.
Yeah.
When we did our video, Ben and me, we were sort of predicting, I think we'll nick it, and I was really quite confident that we would. But then at that time, we recorded ours quite early, and there was some suggestion we might have had 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒄 back. Yeah. But then as we got closer, it was confirmed they wouldn't be back. And I've got good faith in Leonard in midfield, but not enough at the moment. I think he's it's almost like a pre-season for him because he's only played a bit part, isn't he? He's sort of building himself up to it. And I think he's great in that, but he's not 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒄 standard.
Yeah.
So when I knew that they weren't in, I'd have taken a point before the game, to be honest. And boy, I was glad that we got it in the end because it was
said that as well,
wasn't it? Yeah. But worst possible start, wasn't it? 9 minutes was it they scored? Yeah.
I mean, it was just it's just a Wrexham goal all over, ain't it? They get these goals and Wrexham. I've got nothing against Wrexham. I want them to do well. I like their ideology, where the owners are, they want to take the club. They've had 2 back-to-back promotions. I am rooting for them in that respect.
It's a football fairy tale for them, isn't it? Yeah. It really is a football fairy tale for them.
A working class football team. 2 back-to-back promotions from the National League to League 2 and then to League 1, and it's looking like they could potentially be contending to get up to the Championship, and I think they'll be up there now for the rest of the season. I can't see them dipping down. I reckon Wycombe might dip down, but against Blues,
I would just say just on Wrexham, just to finish off on them, they've just got a bit of an older squad, haven't they? They're relying a lot on the older players.
Yes, definitely.
They need to start bringing in a
bit of youth.
Yeah, and start sort of running them alongside. I haven't really seen enough of them to know much about that, but when you've got, mind you, they're still doing it, to be fair. But I think if they did go up next year, they'd never know. They would need to overhaul the lot, and that's when it'd probably all go a bit south for them, I think. But best of luck to them is what I say, because I've loved watching what's happened at Wrexham over the last few years. It's been good, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think they're playing pretty football, but obviously they're doing it their way. They're getting the result. I think the way Blues, the Chris Davis has got, and their we're playing's a lot better football.
Well, they set up for this match how I thought we would. I thought, well, not how I thought would, because I knew we'd go 4 at the back again, but I was hoping he'd have, because Bielik's fit now. I was hoping, and right or wrongly, that we'd bring Bielik back in and do a 3 at the back with wing backs, especially with the way Laird's been playing, because even as right back, he was still coming forward, and I think that would have bolstered our midfield a little bit more, and it would have given us that bit more oomph in midfield, because we were losing out in midfield, weren't we, against them?
Yeah.
But no, it still worked, and Davies got it right. I think we were definitely playing for a draw in the end, and that's something that Davies wouldn't admit to.
Well, I mean,
we held on to it, didn't we, in the end?
You've got to look at it from this way: 15 games unbeaten, Blues, top of the league, 2 games in hand still, 2 points clear as it stands as well. Also, we had the main spine of the midfield that are off injured. You got your Iwata, Pike, Thor as well. And I don't think, as much as I love Taylor Gardner-Hickman and Leonard, I don't think they're a patch on Iwata and Pike, in my opinion. But, they They gave the best, you know, but I reckon if those 3 players were in that team, mate, it would have been a different result, I reckon.
Oh, absolutely right. Absolutely right, because we haven't scored from them guys, have we? I mean, Dykes, yeah, like
In
as
my
number
opinion,
10
by the way.
has. No, I agree with you because much as there's energy there, and a lot came through Leonard. Ben was getting frustrated with Leonard because he was only seeing like the negative side. And we spoke about this after, and he sort of accepted that he'd lost a lot of possession, but he was having so much come through him. So the percentage of the losses was so minimal, really, but it just seemed a lot because of how much was coming through him. And he was putting himself about, but he just hasn't quite got the same sort of finesse as like 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔. And it's not far off, because let's face it, if we hadn't brought 𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔 in when we did, he would have been the starter every week, wouldn't he? Alongside 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔.
But
but they held their own. They held their own.
But there's other like things as well to look at. You know, they've got a really good home record. You know, you can't deny that. Wrexham, it's a hard place to come. Whether you think, you know, they're unbeaten at home. So we had that. We're away from home as well. All the media hype on both teams. You know, there's a lot of pressure on both of the teams. You know, they're bigging it up, which in a way is really good because it's getting that revenue and it's getting all that attention. And you've got people in America watching this game, and you know, people all over the world. It's bringing money into the teams. It's getting more followers. It's getting more money into the club. So in that respect, it's good. But you've got all that pressure as well.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think like for the first half for me, I thought it was a very scrappy game. I think Blues were trying to get it down. Wrexham were trying to play more direct, but it was just like the ball was everywhere, wasn't it, for the first 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, it was. And we were trying to, it took us a little while to put our foot on the ball.
Yeah.
But then when we did start to pass it around a bit, we had a few spells of doing that in the first half, not much in the second half. I thought without jumping too far ahead, I thought we did tire a little bit actually in the second half.
Yeah.
Wrexham are well known. I really thought they were going to get that late goal they're well known for.
Yeah.
It looked like it was, and that was their spell. But when you look at the stats, you know, Jay, it was. I'm trying to think. I did have it up actually. I don't know where it's gone to, but have you got them there? Yeah, we still. If you'd have, my brother he's just moved to Australia. He only caught the second half, and his words to me pretty much were that they were all over us, and you know, like we were terrible and just like shutting the back doors. And he'd only seen a piece, like the second half.
Yeah. They weren't all over.
When you look at the stats, we'd still had that possession, but it does, as we keep saying, it doesn't mean you're going to get the result, does it? When you have the possession, it's about what you do with it. Yeah,
Wrexham, in my opinion, there was only over us like the last 20 minutes, and they were so close to getting the goal. But I tell you what, mate, that is like as horrible as it was to watch, because my dad was messaging me. He said, "I want it to end now."
Yeah,
but
exactly.
You know, that's just good signs of how well that we defended, mate. Regardless, we kept battling, and they couldn't get that winning goal. So,
yeah, but that. Did you see the penalty incidents? There was the handball, which I don't think was a penalty because it had come off his head slightly first, and although his hand was up, it was head and then limb, which would have negated that anyway. But the other one was where, was it Taylor Gardner-Hickman that was pushed? And it was such a blatant push, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a penalty as well.
And that was literally just after they'd gone 1-0 up, wasn't it? Literally within minutes of that. And I thought he was going to get that one. But who was it? Will Finney, wasn't it? The ref. He's not been a ref for that long, apparently. I didn't think he was going to give much. He's pretty vanilla when it comes down to refereeing, in all honesty.
But yeah, I mean, I'll take that, mate. You know, we've had 4 points from him. You know, I'm more than happy with.
Yeah, we're going through the what if stage, aren't we?
Yeah, worry. But yeah, I also want to give Lyndon Dykes a shout out as well, because I thought, in my opinion, that he had his best game. I haven't really struck on Lyndon Dykes. He hasn't really done it for me. Doesn't mean I don't like him. It's just my opinion.
I think it proves that it's minutes that he needs. That's what it is. Because the more he plays, the more we get out of him.
But credit where credit's due, mate. And I thought he had his best game, and
that header putting it into the danger spot. Yeah, getting a goal out of that. Yeah, chuffed. Yeah, and he was unlucky with that one. It was a bit of a weak shot, really. But the way Sky reported it was well wide, and it was almost like they were disappointed he was having a go. I won't go there too much. I want to try and be positive, but it literally was a foot wide. I mean, he could have snuck in.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, fair play to him, and he's one of these now. He's proved that he'll get you a goal out of little or nothing.
Yeah, definitely. And he's strong as well, isn't he? You know, he can hold his own.
That's what David said. That's why he likes to put him in. That's why he likes to put him in to get that bit of strength out of him.
Yeah, definitely. You know, he's. But I ain't sure what you think about this, Neil. But I still don't think that this Stano and May thing works, mate. When they're together,
it's really difficult because I was saying now, if you look, you imagine like you look at them, they're three at the back. If we'd have had like Bielik in the middle and then pushed Laird forward and Cochrane forward, which we know they like to do naturally anyway, then you could have tucked Jay Stansfield in. Yeah, you could have had like a compact three or gone two or even put two up front. Do you know what I mean? With the covers from your wing backs. So you'd have put Jay Stansfield in more of a danger area. The only problem is, like you've just said, when we have tried that with May and Stansfield, they seem to cancel each other out, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. But also as well, you know, there was players in that squad that weren't like 100% fit. So we had the main spine of our midfield out. We still come away with it also.
And this is why we should be really happy with this. We've gone to Wrexham. Wrexham really felt that they owed us a big beating, really, after, like we did them convincingly on telly, didn't we, back at home, which was a superb game. And if anyone was going to win this on paper this time, didn't matter who we put out, it should have been Wrexham just on, like, emotion alone. Yeah. And we've gone there with literally half a team and players that aren't fully fit.
Yeah.
And we've done a job on them. I think we've done a job on them, honestly. I think we've really... I was going on about whoever wins this will give them that catalyst for the rest of the season. But I think we can take that from a draw with Wrexham and use that for the way we stood up to them, the way we battled at the back. Because this was more defensive. This was today. This was a proper test for us.
Yeah, it was.
In our defence. And Clara and Ben Davis, I can't sing the praises enough. And Laird coming good because like Laird was getting some flack, wasn't he, at the start of the season?
Yeah.
And I'm glad I was really because I was on the cusp myself because he was up and down and he covers such a lot of ground, but his final ball wasn't there. But that's coming. That's really starting to come now. He's delivering balls into the box. The same with Keisha Anderson when he plays. Last year it was all about that final delivery and running into sort of brick walls, wasn't it? And not getting an end result. But he's starting to. Well, there was a game the other week. He had 2 assists with when we went 2-0 up in one of the games. Can't remember which game it was. So things are. I think we still got to be positive.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because it wasn't a win, but it felt like it didn't feel like a win at full time. But I tell you what, the more I think about it, the more it was like a win. Really, I know there's a lot of disappointment out there, but for me, I think we need to be happy with how it turned out. Really, we didn't lose. It could have gone.
Yeah, 15 games unbeaten. 15 games unbeaten, top of the league. You know,
and on we go. Yeah,
and on we go. It's a long, long road, mate. But we
absolutely we keep right on.
Yeah, we keep right on, mate. So you're right. But I mean, like with Stansfield, he can adapt to where Chris Davis wants to play him. He can play on that left, but personally, I think he's a number 9, mate, and he can't. I don't think those two can play together, in my opinion. I mean, I was on about it like to my dad and stuff, like, and he was saying the same. I don't think that they can play together.
I think he was heavily man-marked the other night. Yeah. I don't think, and I don't want to get flack for this, but I don't think he was on his game.
Yeah. No, he weren't.
But I think that's more credit to Wrexham than anything else.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to have a bad game. I think last week he wasn't quite, like all there. I don't know if he's got a little bit of a knock or something or what, but he's just coming back from a bit of a knock. We know that, so I don't know if he's 100%. But come the end of the season, there'll be a lot more goals from him. That's all I say about and May.
Yeah,
I mean they're in competition with each other now to try and to be top scorer for the club, and that's healthy. I just hope it doesn't cancel each other out again.
Yeah. Well, I love them both to bits, mate. They're cracking players, but I just think that they're both, not because I don't like them both playing together, I just think that Stano's a natural goal scorer, and
Yeah.
he's a natural goal scorer. They're both goal scorers. They're both strikers. And I mean, worst case scenario, yeah, we've got injuries and stuff, and Stano, you know, he's adapted to play on the left. He can play on the left, but he's a natural.
But it's making do, isn't it? It is making do just to get him in the team.
Yeah.
Whereas it is. We keep going on about, you know, it's a headache for the manager, and it's sort of a nice headache, but now it's not, because who do you play? Do you give them a half each? But if one's having a cracking game, do you leave the other one on the bench? I wouldn't want to make that decision at the minute.
I know. But yeah, so we had 43. Now Wrexham had 43 possession. Blues had 57. There's a momentum there, so it was pretty balanced. I mean, you can see there from the last 15, 20 minutes, that was where Wrexham was pretty much all over us, and we managed to defend really well. And that shows you that there. Look at all the minutes there. Look at the bottom, and then so it was from 79 minutes to the last 10 minutes plus injury time as well. Added on time yet. So I'll take a draw, mate.
Yeah, looking at that, because I tell you what, and I think they said it on the night as well, if you give them another 5 or 10 minutes, it probably could have been 2-1 to them.
And Keshi Anderson as well, mate. Like every time he comes on, mate, the game changes as well. Like, I thought for a bit, like, I mean, obviously before they had their last 10 minutes on Blues, I thought that when Keshi came on, I mean, we nearly scored when he came on, when he put that ball into May. He just missed it.
It took a touch off the defender, didn't it?
Yeah.
It sort of took it off his boot and went straight through everybody.
He's just a brilliant player. Like.
Yeah, I think he's really turned his game. I mean, he always looked dangerous going ahead, but he sort of didn't know where he was going at one point. You can see the coaching he's had this year.
Yeah,
he's got to focus on where he's going to be and where he's putting that ball. Where he didn't know where he was putting the ball last season for me, and now with the right coaching, you know, he's looking a different player. So I'm chuffed to bits for him.
What would we? So Blue Nose, you get your thoughts in and your comments as well. Topics that we spoke about. See what you guys think. There is 44 comments for me to catch up with, so I'm really sorry, guys. But we're going to be turning.
We went off on one then, I think, didn't we?
Yeah. We're going to be turning the phones on in a minute as well, so you can get your opinions in and stuff. Yes, we're going to go through some comments. So, Blue Shadow, they can never get it right, can they, John? Oh, yeah, because he had his ticket sent. He put either me or my son will be at Huddersfield. We brought 3 tickets, but only 2 have been delivered.
Oh, you're joking? How did they do that?
Straws for it. Bloody hell, mate.
Oh.
Did Neil know the name Neil meaning he's champion?
Yeah, I had heard that, actually, yeah. I like that.
No, I thought the ref against Wrexham was quite bad. Should have had 2 penalties and their goal should have been disallowed.
Do you know what? Yeah, I weren't going to go on about this, but there's a few people, and even on the telly, they mentioned it, that foul before, again, it was Gardner Hickman, wasn't it? Sort of caught the back of his leg, went through him, and then they'd got possession. He took it on and scored, didn't they? Yeah. Does that happen for us? Less often, I suppose, but on the balance, it was a fair result. Let's ease it with that.
Doppelganger effect. If Neil had more of a beard like Jay, they'd be twins.
Oh, if you'd have seen it the other week, it's too white though to let it go too long. I've actually let it go a bit longer. I took it right down last week. I've only got a beard because I've got a really fat face, and it sort of gives it a bit of shape.
Kimbo, hi guys, all the way from John Elgates. Great podcast, Jay. Keep it up. Can't go to matches living all the way up there, so I'll live for these podcasts. Keep right on.
That's nice.
Cheers, Kimbo, mate. Keep right on. Gary, how you keeping, Jay? I'm all good, thanks, mate. Neil, happy with the point, but I still think Blues need 2 big, fast, powerful strikers against the better defenders. Stansfield and May look like little kids being pushed around. Do
you know what? Against teams like Wrexham, yes. But I think we're heading for we're trying to build for that championship team, aren't we? So I think we got players like Duke still. and Dykes for that, like, give a bit of muscle. But we're in a transitional stage where you've got to have your Mays and your Stansfields for that bit of finesse, haven't you? And it's about, we're still trying to find that balance. So that's a good point. That is, Gary, to be fair. It's when do you use them? It's about, because I know that in some of at the aftermatch talks, Chris Davis has actually admitted like teams haven't set up as they expected to, and there's been a bit more hustle and bustle and a bit more muscle than they expected, and sort of men behind the ball, and that's been our big problem, hasn't it? We've been trying to sort of play football, and then they've just been shutting the back doors, and it's sort of stunted us playing that bit of football, like your lightweight sort of strikers in May and Stansfield. But to be fair, you know, I was watching Stansfield in one of the games. Which one was it now? And he was really getting stuck in, and he was giving the shoulder. And for a little wiry lad, he's got some strength to him. So I wouldn't write him off just yet. But he hasn't got the strength of your Dukes and your Dykes. But you know, like, he's still a growing lad. Yeah, he's only young, isn't he? Well, he's a lot younger than I am. I know.
But yeah, he's got a good work right now, hasn't he? You know, like, even when he loses the ball, one thing I love about Stano is he'll chase that ball, mate, all day.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's it.
Even past the back four, sometimes you've seen this season with him. You know, he's brilliant. I love him, mate.
I'm just, you know, we've said before, I'm just waiting for that when it clicks, and it's so close, isn't it? We can see that it's that final third thing. It's, for me, it's so close now. Once we crack it, I think the goals will come flooding. I do, and I think we'll be unstoppable in this. I just hope we don't go all season without finding that key, because it just feels so close to me. Even, you know, like recent games, I know we've changed our system a lot to adapt to the style of football in this division. But I think we can still bring that bit of finesse in as well that we've still got. We've got lots of options. Like, yeah, I think it was it Duncan that was talking about the plan A and plan B, and now we got the plan C as well. And that's what I'm talking about here, really. The plan A is what we were started off with, and we didn't seem to have a plan B. But then we found that battle inside, and then like the plan C really is like knowing when to use both. So yeah, you do this passing around, and some people call it tippy-tappy, and they hate to see this passing. I like to see the passing game because there's nothing. You're conserving your energy. You're letting them chase around. You're letting them wear themselves out. And if you do it right, like I think we have been, some of the passing is beautiful to watch.
Mate. Oh, he's getting now where the passing. And they don't even know where like the players are. Sometimes they just know that they're there.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, when Blues played against Wigan, and 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒄 played that ball to Pike, one touch, not to Pike, to Laird, Ethan Laird.
Yes, is that the one where he took it on his chest?
Yeah.
And then just crossed it.
Sensational to watch.
This is what I think that we'll be doing game in, game out soon. That's the glimpses that give you that we're so close. So it'll come. It'll come. Have the faith, Blue Noses.
Yes, definitely. Mazzy King, evening, Blue Noses. Hope you're all happy and well. Blue Shadow, you can tell how much we're missing 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒄 and Pike in midfield. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, totally agree.
Can I just say I called it 1-1. Fair play, mate.
Did you put a pound on it?
John, happens every time to me. That used to think it was just me, but my nephew ordered these ones. And
is that the tickets?
Yeah. I hope you get it sorted, mate.
Yeah.
I think Wrexham won't go up and see Huddersfield creeping in. I don't know.
They're having a bit of a bad time of it, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah. I think Wrexham will be up there, mate. I do.
Yeah, I do. They've surprised everyone because a lot of people had said they were going to drop off, didn't they, this year?
Yeah. I can't see it, mate. I really can't.
Huddersfield, because they came down with us. I think they were expected to sort of hover around with us, and I think they're struggling. I was looking at their form, actually. They've had a few draws. They lost last week. They lost today. And they're going to lose again on Tuesday. Convincing.
Go on, Neil. Gary, You lads or anybody else heard of any decent transfer rumours going around? Well, we mentioned that earlier, didn't we? That we've seen things on social media, but we haven't actually saw anything come into fruition yet, have we?
But Davies has said that they are looking. He
Yeah.
said that on Sky, didn't he? He said that they wanted cover, I think, left back, and one or two others. So keep your eyes open. Watch the blue space. See what happens. Because I keep watching every day. I haven't heard anything other than that.
Blue Shadow. The poor kids, blokes whose address is in with their tickets will be wondering where he's all as well.
How do they do that?
I know. Oh dear.
Jay, what was that thing you was mentioning then on X about the knock on wood thing? Where were we going with that? What are people hinting at there with transfers?
I read a post this morning from there's a guy that I've been to the Blues with a couple of times. Well, I've met there. I think he's a friend of Nick's. His name's Shay. Really nice kid, and apparently he put a I think it was a tweet on Twitter or X, whatever you call it now, and he was saying he reckons that two are going to be coming in, and he reckons that Davis had mentioned it or something after an interview. Whether that's what you were saying earlier, then I'm not quite sure.
Hopefully he is then. Hopefully he is. I mean, we got Hanley in. Not everyone's convinced about him, are they? I know. I think it was Lee Burke that commented on our list video. We put a little bit about Hanley on, actually. We just did a little thing at the end of one of our reviews. And he's good pedigree, you know. Scottish international, 59 caps, 2 goals for Scotland. Proper leader. And he's literally covering for Sanderson that's gone out, isn't he, really? Yeah. So he is just your backup. So, you know, I mean, Bailey can't get in the team at the moment. It's our captain. He's behind him. But what a player to have in the dressing room. Leadership qualities. Captain for Norwich. He's had promotions. He's international level. Can't go wrong for me. I mean, when I first heard about it, I was thinking 33. But, you know, just to step in. We got him for 6 months. I'd rather have him than not.
Yeah. I mean, comment from Susan as well. We had a lot against us, though, with the poor ref and that. Yeah. We said that, didn't we, mate?
Yeah, absolutely. Typical away performance, isn't it, referee-wise? You know, you don't get a lot.
Yeah. It's Blues, isn't it, mate? Mazza King, Gary, I thought I know he's a very physical person, Lee. Yeah,
we were saying for a wiry lad, he's got some strengths in him. As in, once he gets a bit broader, because he'll broaden up a bit as well.
Thanks so much, Steve, mate. Little things like this help as well, mate. Like it's just massive. Thank you so much, mate.
Superb.
Keep right on. Love you loads. Engelman, okay, guys, keep right on. PTSD, nice one, Steve. Wrexham, podcasts or blues, Blue Shadow. Evening Engelman, they're just talking amongst themselves, aren't they? The wives.
They're not listening to us. Yeah, don't listen to us. We'll just chat amongst ourselves, and you can chat on the comments.
This is Blue. The wife's watching downstairs.
Fantastic.
She's getting really into it though as well. You know, she's like asking me when we go into the next game, and she's come from a Villa family. She has.
Oh, she's turned to football now, has she?
Yeah.
Last time my missus came to the football with me down the Blues, we played Blackburn in the cup when Alan Shearer was playing for them. So that's how long ago that was.
Yeah. Should we turn the phones on, mate?
Sounds like a plan, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna turn the phones on, then you blue noses, and I'll see you in a sec if I can find out where the right.
My answer was, it's not the league you're in, it's the club that you are. That's different. The club that you are defines you. The ambition of that club defines you.
Growing excitement, there's a growing feeling of this club is finally on the move.
Hello, and welcome to the Blues football phone-in. For the Blue Noses, keep right on.
There you go. Oh, that's quick. Try again, whoever that was. Sorry, it's just cut off for some reason.
Oh.
Colin,
Hello?
how you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, fine, thanks.
Keep right on, mate.
Yeah, I've got a weekend.
You got a weekend?
I said, what a weekend.
Oh, what a
It's
weekend.
birthday.
Yeah. The results have gone our way again, haven't they, mate?
Yeah. I couldn't believe the Wickham score today. It's Northampton at the worst side, but it's come to St Andrews all season.
I know. Yeah.
So I expected Wickham to do them, but they didn't.
We got Neil here as well, mate, from Blue Tube. If you want to say hello to him, Colin.
I watch his show. How
are you, Colin?
I watch his son, man.
Have you got any questions for Neil, Colin?
No. Some suggestions. I don't know how true these rumours are that we're interested in signing James Whittaker from Plymouth.
I've heard this. Yeah, where's that come from for you? Because I've only seen it on social media. Is that wishful thinking, or has there been any concrete sort of talks that you know of?
Well, I'm again, mate. It's just talks.
Yeah, I mean they're struggling at the moment, Plymouth, aren't they? They couldn't buy a result at the minute.
What the Rooney effect, didn't they?
Do you know what? He's got that touch, hasn't he, Wayne Rooney in the manager department? God blimey. Want to send him to the villa to do a bit of coaching, don't we?
Yeah.
I'd absolutely come to the Blues.
Yeah.
He's the best player in League One in the Championship.
Yeah. You'd be happy with that, Colin?
I'd be signing him. Yeah.
Have you heard anything else, Colin? Because we mentioned about certain things we saw online about potential signings, and we heard that there was going to be another two. I mean, have you heard anything else, or just?
Yes, I think the Crawley defenders come to the Blues.
Yeah.
He can play right back or left back, and I think he's coming. I don't know his name, but that's what I've heard.
I'd be happy with that, to be honest, with the left back, because
we need cover there, don't we? Yeah, for Buchanan.
Yeah, and obviously he's out like for the rest of the season now, and he with his leg and stuff.
Yeah,
which I hope is all right, by the way, as well. But yeah, what do you think of the Wrexham game, Colin?
Nervous all the way through the game.
Yeah, it was horrible, weren't he?
Oh, I don't play. But you know, the best part was I don't know if you remember this. The best part in the match when McLean tried to go past Clara
and Dyke took him out.
Yeah, Clara just breaking him out.
He was taken out a few times, wasn't he? I remember the Clara one towards the end of the game, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's not very well liked, is he?
No, I don't think his own fans like him, do they?
Yeah, he's not very well liked, is he?
Well, he doesn't help himself, does he? Without going too far into it, he says the wrong thing, does the wrong thing, doesn't he? But hey ho, we won't get political again.
Wow. What was you going to say? Sorry, Colin.
I am going to become a member.
Yeah.
I've told you. I think I've told you it already. I've got problems with my passwords on my bank accounts.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah.
But my mate just subscribed to you and he sent you a fiver.
Oh, Steve. Yeah. Tell him. Steve Clark.
No. Andrew, his name is.
Andrew.
But it didn't need his name to you. But you apparently you went back and said thanks.
Oh, okay.
He wants to become a member as well.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Andrew, mate.
Oh, just ask, what did he ask? Did he say to me? Oh, yeah, I shouldn't ask you this, but he's got a number plate. 326. He said you're living at 326 area, Birmingham.
Yeah.
And KR is a private number plate.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So if anybody's interested,
He does number plates and stuff.
well, he bought it, but he wants to sell it now.
Ah, okay, right, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yes,
Mm.
somebody in the chat wants a number plate, yeah. Get in touch with Colin. Drop him a message. Or about the last 10 minutes, Colin, of the game?
Absolutely. I couldn't watch it.
It felt like about 40 minutes, didn't it? The last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It did, mate. It did.
We defended really well, though, didn't we, like at the end?
Oh, Clara and David. And Cochran and Ned. Our back four played out the skins.
Yeah.
Mm.
What about...
Go on, mate. I was going to say them pair should be in the EFL League One Team of the Week, week in, week out, shouldn't they? Clara and Davis.
Yeah.
I don't know how anyone gets above them, to be honest.
But I'd like to see Stanfield as our number 9.
Yeah, I think so as well, mate. Stanhow's a 9, mate.
It's wasted there. It's just wasted.
Yeah, he's a natural goal scorer, mate. I mean, worst case scenario.
Their manager said after the match, he had Stanfield in his pocket, one of his defenders. I don't know. Thought to myself, if we would have been playing up front, it would have been different.
Yeah. And if we had Pike and Iwasa and Williamson as well, would have been a different game if they was back.
I just have Anderson fully fit now. It worries me when the player comes back from injury because, they could easily break down again.
Yeah. Do you want to, what do you reckon about the Huddersfield game, Colin? Are you confident with that one? Were you nervous?
Well, I thought they beat Bolton today, I thought. That's a great result for us, Bolton beating them.
Oh,
but
yeah.
To beat Huddersfield, which I'm saying I'm going for 2-1 to the Blues.
Yeah.
And we go 12 points ahead of them. So if we beat Huddersfield Tuesday night, the league down. Nobody catches us then.
What about Wrexham and Stevenage as well? Because they're going to be playing as well. Can you see Wrexham getting a result against Stevenage away?
It's at home, mate. Wrexham's at home. Just say Stevenage.
Are they playing at home?
Yeah, they're playing at home. But Stevenage won. Stevenage won against Barnsley today, 1-0.
Fair play.
Don't know mugs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've got it on screen now, yeah. Yeah, they haven't they? Get it on screen.
I've still can't remember his Wickham got on Tuesday.
Yeah, they got it there, look. Yeah, 1-0, weren't it? Yeah, full time. There it is. Goal scorers then against Huddersfield, Colin.
Well, I'm going to go for Stanfield.
Yeah.
Then they're going to equalise. And right at the end, Gardner, Hickman.
Yeah.
We'll get the winner.
Fair play, Colin. Have you got a message for the Blue Noses that are watching as well, mate?
Yeah, keep right on and up the Blues. And shit on the Villa. And shit on the Wrexham as well, even worse. Shit on the Wrexham. Fucking hate them, I can't stand Wrexham.
Fair play, Colin, mate.
See you, mate.
See you later, mate. Keep
right
on,
Colin.
Cheers, Carl.
Bye.
It's all right, mate.
Yeah, the last time that Huddersfield won, Jay, was against Wickham on the 7th of January.
Yes.
So we got So they draw. They had a draw with Blackpool away last week, the 2-2.
Yeah.
But they're not scoring a lot of goals, to be honest. They're not leaking a lot. It's usually like it's 1-0s. There's like a 1-1, a 0-0 against Rotherham. They beat Wickham 1-0, obviously.
Hello?
The only game they scored in is against Blackpool twice.
Hello.
Sorry, Neil. Hello,
That's all
mate.
right,
You all right, Jay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks, mate. You?
Yeah, fine. It's Steve. I have phoned you before.
How you doing, Steve, mate?
Not too bad.
Good lad. I'm all right, thanks, mate.
Yeah. Neil, you okay?
Hey, Steve. Nice to speak to you again.
I've just phoned up to tell these Blue Noses to calm down.
Yeah?
Yeah, everybody's panicking.
Come on, Steve.
They are.
I don't know why, but we are going to piss this league. We are. You look at. I watched Huddersfield today, and I watched Wycombe,
Yeah.
and they've got nothing. They just rely on this long ball, physical.
Yeah, direct crosses and stuff in the box. They're not like, they're not as...
There's nothing wrong with crosses in the boxes. You know, that's something that Blues need to do.
Yeah.
You know, a few
No, but
more.
I'm just about like the directness of how these teams are playing, not the more directed now, whereas Blues are playing from the back but yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree, I think. Yeah.
But what they realise now is that the blue touch paper is just about to be lit.
Yes.
That's what we were talking about, isn't it? We're waiting for this to happen, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm loving this, Steve.
We are. We really are going to piss this league because I can't see anybody matching us.
Yeah. Someone's due a good pasting soon, isn't they, mate?
It'll happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of them. You've had teams throughout the season and they've eaten 4 and 5 against other teams.
Yeah.
And it's just everything falls right for you.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at all the games that we've played,
Yeah.
and the teams that we've played, if you look at their next game, how many of them have won the next game? Not many at all.
Yeah.
Because they are completely knackered running about after the Blues players.
Yeah, just because they can't get the ball, can they?
For all these teams, it's like an FA Cup final for them.
Yeah.
And they're having to give 110, 120%.
Yeah.
And then you can't just you just can't keep that on all season.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, you can't. What did you think about the Wrexham game then, Steve? What was your take on it, mate?
I thought their goal shouldn't have been allowed. It was a definite foul.
Yeah.
We had a few penalty shouts. I think the only one that really stood out to me is the Gardner-Hickman one.
Yeah.
I think that was 100%.
That was definitely a penalty.
A penalty. If he was in the Premier League, it had been given every day. The others, the balls like floated onto their arms and where else have you, it might not have been given.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's one of them. But that Hickman one was a definite penalty.
Yeah.
But you go back to the referee in this division.
They're crapping them.
And they're diabolical.
Crapping them, mate.
They're absolutely diabolical.
Yeah, I agree with that one, mate.
You have actually got to get a gun and go and shoot a player to get a yellow card.
What do you think,
You
Neil?
have, haven't you? You know, you can go and physically assault them. If you've done that on the street, the police will come and arrest you and lock you up.
Yeah.
But these refs, they're so poor.
What about Blues, mate? Like how we performed and stuff. I mean, was you happy with the 1-1 result or?
I think we got away with one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we got away with one because we didn't have control in that second half.
No. Especially the last 10, 15 minutes, did we? We were just clinging on, weren't we?
I mean, the defending was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was.
Yeah, you can't knock that defending.
No.
I mean, that one header from Davies.
Oh, yeah, to stop Fletcher getting it.
It was
Brilliant,
goal.
Yeah.
It was an absolutely, and he's only just flicked his
Yeah.
But
But he was enough, weren't he?
Definite goal.
It was just enough, weren't it, to stop him getting it?
Yeah, exactly.
Just enough, and it's brilliant, mate. But I like Bielik, mate, but I think it works better with Davies and Clara at the back. Do you?
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Clara is exceptional.
Yeah. He's a brick wall, isn't he, mate?
The only thing with Clara, he hasn't got no pace.
Yeah.
If he had pace, we wouldn't keep hold of him because the bigger clubs come into poach for him.
Yeah.
If they haven't tried already.
Yeah.
They might have. They might have, but the test will be next season when we go in the Championship.
Yeah, I think so as well, mate.
There's one for you. Are we going to sign Ben Davies? Because he's only on loan, isn't he?
Well, it's stupid not to.
Absolutely would. But we're not hearing enough about it. But there again, we don't hear much about what's going on behind closed doors, do we? So I'd like to hear that we are making some sort of plan for it. But rest a few minds. I know that because he's absolutely solid. When he started coming in, and we saw it straight away, it was going to be so difficult to bring him back. If you remember, we made a bit of a mistake when Bielik had an injury, hadn't he? And we brought Ben Davies into cover, and Bielik recovered. I think it was an ankle injury, and we brought him straight back in, and we left Davies out the squad completely, and it all went wrong. And I think that's when we got the first draw of the season, and everyone was down in the dumps about it. And since Davies has come back in after that, he hasn't lost his spot, has he? He's played pretty much every game.
Rightly so as well, though. Rightly so.
Absolutely rightly so, yeah. He's worth his weight in gold. And that partnership them two are forming now. Best in this league.
Oh, yeah, mate, by far.
By miles, yeah.
Well, that's nothing against Bielik, by the way, look, and everybody else that's watching. That's just what I think. I think that Davies and Clara, mate, them two lot together, mate, in the middle, at the back, you can't disrupt that at the
minute. That's why I wondered against Wrexham, we'd sort of play them at their game and play the three at the back with the wing backs. So I really thought that might have just give us more in midfield as well. Sort of compressed those lads in midfield. But I was quite surprised we didn't.
I think that's the way we should have gone.
Yeah,
I think we should have gone 3-5-2.
Yeah, I think it could have been a different outcome. I think it would have been more positive going forward for us.
Yeah. People are moaning about Stansfield. He hasn't been on his A game for a few games at the moment.
Yeah, I agree.
But he has just come back off injury as well, though, hasn't he?
He's just come back off injury. But if you look at the Wrexham game Thursday, and watch what he had to do, he was coming back all the time as cover.
Yeah,
you can't be in two places at once, can you?
No.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
There's different parts of the game, and you've got to watch the game, and not just expecting to be there to score the goals and what else have you. We all know he's a great goal scorer.
Yeah,
if he's given the chance, but he's also doing another
job, isn't he? As well,
another job, and this is why he doesn't trust Yokohama, because he doesn't come back enough as cover.
Yeah.
So, Blues fans, they need to open their eyes up and watch the game properly.
Yeah.
They really do. It's a game of chess, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said before, these teams, they're not just going to lie down and let Blues just walk all over them.
No, yeah, it is that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's like us. 2 weeks' time, we're playing Newcastle. Yeah.
Yeah. Blues are going to be up for it, I reckon. It'll be the same.
Yeah, well, our players.
Yeah, we will absolutely.
Our players are going to have to give 110%.
Yeah. The roles are going to be reversed on that one, aren't they? It's going to be our final, isn't it? Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you look at the quality of what they've got. I know we've got quality, but it's a quality that's a lot lower.
Yeah.
You know, so 2 weeks' time, we'll be the ones that are throwing ourselves all over the place.
Yeah. What do you reckon? What do you reckon about the Huddersfield game, Steve? Are you feeling confident with that one?
We're going to win.
Go on,
2-0.
Steve. Go on,
2-0.
Steve. Superb, mate.
Only 2.
Honestly, I watched him today.
Yeah.
And we don't beat them. There's something wrong somewhere. Unless they raise their game. Yeah.
Which they will a little bit because of, again, it's going to be another cup final for them, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But we should be strong enough to beat them, even with Leonard and Taylor Gardner.
We'll win the next 2 games, yeah, and we'll be about 7 or 8 points clear by then.
Yeah.
That'll do for me.
Yeah, I'm happy with that, mate.
Because Wrexham play Stevenage, don't they, on Tuesday?
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure they're going to win that, ain't they?
They ain't going to win that.
You reckon?
No, because their players, they give so much on Thursday night.
Yeah.
It's just, they just can't do it. Our players, what they're doing is they're doing it in the cruise control.
Yeah, but we're lucky we can switch it up as well, can't we? So we can rest them and bring others on as well.
Yeah,
which I like about how we're playing and the ideology of what Chris Davies wants to implement going forward as well. Like it's just we spoiled for choice. Apart from the injuries, we spoiled for choice. We've got different scenarios, different solutions of how we approach these games week in, week out, didn't we, Steve?
Yeah. The only thing I'd like to see him do in the January transfer window is brings like a midfielder in.
Yeah.
That actually runs with the ball.
Yeah.
Runs at defenders, frightens them. We haven't really got that.
Yeah. What's happened to Hansen? Is he? I mean, how long is he off for?
He can't get fit, can he, Hansen?
Well, that's the thing. All you'll get out of Davis is, they've had a knock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't tell you nothing. They don't tell you whether it's hamstring or a knee strain or an ankle knock or whatever.
Yeah.
All he says is, he's had a knock. He'll be out for a few weeks. So that's the only negative thing you can say about Blues is that they don't tell us what's going on with the players.
Yeah.
But Hansen, when I saw him go down, it looked like it was a reoccurrence of what he had before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He don't look manager, but it's probably a muscle injury or something.
Yeah. Well, let's hope he's back as well, because I do like Hansen. I think he has a lot to offer as well. But same again, it's minutes with him in it because he can't stay fit, can he?
No. So there's another thing with the Blues as well is what people have got to realize. How much this season have we played without wingers, and what else have you?
Yeah.
And the amount of chances that are created by wingers. I mean, Anderson the other day, he come on and he created 2 chances.
Yeah. I love him, mate.
Oh, I liked him last year.
Yeah, mate. All day, every day.
Yeah.
All day, every day, mate.
He was frightening last year, but like I say, now he's got that end product. He's crossing to the box now has been brilliant just recently.
Well, I think Keshi, he had the wrong squad round him. He had the wrong players round him, and he couldn't.
Yeah, I agree with that, actually.
His potential. Do you know what I mean? He's got the right manager now. He's got the right team round him, so he can offer more.
Yeah.
That's how I see it with Keshi,
But another thing is players making the right decisions.
Yeah.
At crucial time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gardner Hickman the other day against Wrexham, he run through and he had a shot on goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
He ended up about a foot wide or something like that.
Yeah, right towards the end.
Yeah, but if you'd have looked to the right, Anderson was completely free.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I agree with what you say, mate. But
these little decisions can make the difference.
Yeah.
Chris Davis actually said that earlier in the season about making the right choices at the right time in front of the goal. Because if you remember, there was a couple of games where I think there was the one game that I remember specifically where you'd got, I think it was Jay Stansfield inside the box on the left, Williamson with the ball in the middle, and he could have had a shot, but he laid it off to Alfie May on the right, and we scored an easy goal. And after the game, Davis said,
"That was a 7-1 against Fulham, wasn't it?"
It might have been, but it was just, and he said it's just about making those right decisions in front of goal, and he, that's the way we wanted to move forward. And unfortunately, that certainly didn't happen the other day. Because if he had, I think Dykes had run to the left, and he could have laid it off to the right, but it was just, I think he just saw the lights, didn't he, and the newspaper headlines the next day or something, because he wanted to score the winner, but unfortunately, it wasn't to be.
Well, there's quite a few instances where they could have played a square ball and somebody would have had a tap in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you look at your likes of your Man City and all your big teams and what else have you, that's what them players do.
Yeah, that's the difference.
You know what I mean? That's the difference. They will play that easy ball for somebody to have that tap in.
Yeah,
and
it'll come now, won't it? I reckon now. Like
it will.
Over halfway. New squad,
definitely.
rookie manager. Like it'll come, mate. It'll come. I reckon it will. And like we say, now someone's due a good pace. We just got to persevere, get behind them, back the board, back the boys. Come on,
that's it. And we've got to go in with that positivity, haven't we? We've got to get behind them because a few people again have said, and we mentioned this the other week, Jay, didn't we? And I know you did when Ben was on as well. About we've got to try and be the 12th man that brings the lads up on the pitch as well. Not wait for them to get us up as well, and really get behind them.
I had this debate with the Blues fan next to me against Exeter. Like, I was trying to get it going, like, and he was like, "I don't know why you're doing it for." And I was like, "Well, because I want to be the 12th man." Like, like he's like, "Well, they need to give us something to." I was like, "Well,
someone's got to start it.
We got to, it's an exciting season. Get behind them. Let's back them. Come on."
Do you remember when Laird used to get up in front of the crowd and like get them going?
Yeah,
and
but
people started moaning about that though, and the crowd would get up and they'd be like, "Yeah, come on," and it'd start something. And now, like, it seems to have stopped. That does, and but people criticised him at the time for that. That's what you need. It's like the Mexican wave, and someone starts it small and then it grows and moves on. That's what we need.
What do you reckon, Steve?
I think what the big problem is that us as Blues fans, we're not used to this style of football.
Yeah.
We're used to chasing shadows, basically. And when they pass it around the back and what else have you, then I've got to be honest, it's not exciting football.
Yeah.
But Chris Davis, it's his learning.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it is, yeah.
He's what, 6 months into a new job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's never managed anywhere. He's coached teams, and he's never managed. So he's learning, and he's having to learn the League One way.
Yeah, 100%, mate.
Let's rough them up. He has worked under some good managers, but he's also worked in the top tier.
Yeah.
Where the football is completely different. So this guy is learning on the job as he goes along. So you've got to give him time. And he has, over 6 months, he has adapted. He has adapted.
Yeah,
nobody can deny it.
Yeah.
he's gone from all this passing around and what else have you to a more steely type of defence and what else have you.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
So let's just get behind the boys.
Yeah.
Like I said at the beginning of the call, the blue touch paper is about to be lit.
Yes, I love it, Steve, mate. I love it.
And we will piss we will piss this league.
Yeah.
We will piss this league. Not
Heard
a
it here
problem.
first. Blue noses from Steve.
I tell you, I've already booked for Blackpool away.
Have you?
Yeah.
Good lad. Good lad.
I'm having a nice weekend away because we'll be clinching the title by then.
Fair play, mate.
We will.
I know.
And just like you, Jay, I'll be as pissed as a farce.
Good lad.
So if you manage to get up to Blackpool, we'll meet up, son.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, definitely, mate. We'll have a few jars, mate.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like you enjoy a few.
Oh, yeah, mate, definitely, yeah.
Anyway, I best get going because other people want to talk to you.
Message to the Blue Noses, quick before you go.
First of all, keep right on. Shit on the Villa.
Good lad. Good lad, mate.
And keep the faith, lads.
Keep the faith.
That's it. Keep the faith. Keep right on.
Keep right on, Steve.
And you, lads. Cheers.
See you later, mate. Cheers for ringing, mate.
All the best, mate.
Ta-ra, mate. Steve, bless him. Yeah, what you reckon?
Good points. Good points. I totally agree with what he's saying, but with the this passing game, I actually like that coming into the game because that shows good control. That does.
Yeah.
That's like, and it is wearing the team down. But that said, it does get boring when us as fans can say, "Oh, we got an opening, we don't take it."
Yeah.
We carry on doing this. Ben calls it the horseshoe around their area. Keeps going around this little horseshoe, and when there's an opening, you can see it from the crowds, and it's like you didn't take it. Oh, we switched it again, and this is what the blue touch paper is, isn't it? Finding those spaces and taking them. It's great having all this possession, and if it is just and then using this, I used one of your phrases the other week actually, Jay, the sweeper keeper. I hadn't heard anyone say that before, and it's great to have someone that can do that. But like if you're sort of on the outside of the 18-yard box, and then suddenly Ryan Allsop's got it, and they're on us, like closing us down. That's where it's all gone wrong, isn't it? It's all right having this possession, but we need to recognise when we've got that opening.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's when the fireworks start, and that's what we've got to start doing.
Blue Shadow.
Yes, Jay, you're right.
How you doing? You want to say hello to Neil?
Oh, you're right, Neil. Sorry.
Hello, Blue Shadow. How are you?
Yeah. I've got lurgy, mate, so anyone wants it, it's free to
Dear me.
Just got over it.
it, man.
Oh, man, I don't want lurgy again. No chance.
Yeah, no, I got caught in all the rain the other day, mate, because I've got shit going on at the moment. So, yeah, I literally got caught in all that shitty weather, and this is the outcome. So, anyone wants it, I'll give you a blessing. I don't care,
Fair play.
But before we start on sort of like the games, obviously, I said in the chat that I had a surprise for someone.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say who because obviously the name is in the poem I've done, the surprise poem.
Okay.
But yeah, can I do this one now?
Yeah. Neil likes your poems as well.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let's get me here.
Hang on. He likes to be in the zone when you read them out.
Yeah.
He likes to get really comfy, he does.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so it goes. Looking back at his reflection, he sees the past and the present. His dad suited and booted, ready to teach him a lesson. He puts his hand on his shoulder and says, "Son, are you ready?" With a nod and a smile, he looks up and says, "I'm ready for my blessing." So he hands him the shirt, his scarf and his hat. The emotions start reeling as he looks at his lad. And then moments become memories of why he's a nose. He wears the crest on his chest and sings loud at the ground. with 27,000 and his son by his side. A podcast was created, and it's where Neil and Ben do reside for their father and son, and each of us reflection in the mirror. They're the blue to the tube, so go give them a listen. For their family, their friends, they're the blue to the white. They're the air that they breathe. They're the rhythm at night. And as I finish this verse, there's only one thing left to say. Keep right on to the end of the road, and I hope to meet you both one day.
Oh, that's absolutely. You brought a tear to my eye now, you have. That is lovely.
Fair play, Blue Shadow.
Oh, Ben better be listening as well. I know he's going to try because he's up in Atherstone tonight. But yeah, we can watch it back. That's absolutely lovely. That is just fantastic.
Yeah,
that's for you, mate.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, you have. I'm well enough.
I've been meaning to do it like for ages. You know what I mean? And I thought, you know, like hopefully, like one of them will be on tonight. And yeah, so I wrote that last night. And then like I wrote a little tune for Mrs. Blue. I put it on the shout box as well. And then I wrote yeah.
Go on,
you want to hear that one quick?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
Shout out to Mrs. Blue. It goes, Mrs. Blue, we love you, hates the Villa, supports the Blues, got the bug, loves the game, in the Tilton, she shot to fame. But Mrs. Blue, she loves the lads, watch her there, she'll sing and dance, keep right on.
That's class, that is.
You've got such a talent for this, you know.
I know.
Do you write them all down? You should do a book or something of all your poetry.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, many Blue Noses have said that, you know, like I have a talent and I need to get like something sorted, and yeah, I just like trying to get like my box together and choose the best ones, and then like find out the best way to go about it. But I have got a rap at the end of it, so you can bop your head to it, which I made while I was listening to like the chat. You know what I'm saying? So we'll leave that at the end anyway. And
okay.
Yeah.
You should do them for the team, you know, before some of the games and get them sent in.
Yeah.
They'd read them out. I'm sure they would in the dressing rooms. Get them, like get them going, get the blood pumping.
Yeah.
Beating
their heads.
Definitely.
Oh. Well, it's either in the head or in the ear, and it's
What did you reckon about the Wrexham game then, Blue Shadow? What was your thoughts on it?
Surprisingly,
what did you expect first? What did you expect, and then what was your take on it?
Okay, so I expected us to probably win, and you know, I suppose in a sense you could see Wrexham score, and you get me, like, you know, even though I agree it shouldn't have been a goal.
Yeah.
But I suppose as a Blue Nose, you expect a lot of things in life. It's just whether they come or not, don't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was listening to most of the, you know, watch along podcasts, and I've never seen so much like stress from other noses in my life. And I'm sitting there, and I was like, why are you so stressed? Like what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? And I was like trying to bring positivity, and I was like, look, just, you know, try to be positive. And there's nothing to be positive about this team right now. And I'm like, okay, you know, each to their own, opinion wise.
Yeah.
The referee, don't get me started on the referee, mate, because it's fucking awful, atrocious, absolutely fucking atrocious. And I think it's mad because there's a few Wrexham fans after the game basically saying, oh, like the ref made decisions more towards like Birmingham than they did, like, you know, I was like sat there and I was like, what team football was you watching? You know what I mean? And
I think the ref, right, he gave decisions to both teams, but they were, like, he was quite fair in that respect, but they were just awful decisions, like.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the actual stats, I think, were fairly even on fouls between the two teams. But, like, any 50-50 seemed to go their way, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't getting the rub of the green, and they seemed to just go down and get a free kick, whereas if we were poleaxed or pushed over in the box, as we were, for that penalty, he was just ignoring them. And so that's where he was poor for me.
Yeah, that was a blatant penalty, though, that push in the box.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. And as for that As that McLean, I can't stand him. I really can't. I mean, you get like a few players from like different away teams, and you think, fucking hell, how much do I really hate this guy? You know what I mean? But yeah, I can't stand him. And like I say, like, us Blues fans will give stick to anyone, which was good to see. You know what I mean? In the end, but I think I'm happy with the draw. Like, we're still top. Like you say, Wickham lost. They drew today. Huddersfield lost. With 2 games in hand?
Yeah.
Like, you can't go wrong really, if you think about it in the long run.
Unbeaten in 15.
Unbeaten in 15 as well, yeah.
Unbeaten in 15,
Top of the league.
exactly. Top of the league.
Yeah, I would have took a draw all day.
Yeah.
We got 4
like
points
I say,
from them,
I
haven't we?
think,
So I'm happy with that.
Yeah. I think if anyone come off worse, as much as like us noses probably wanted to win the game, it was more of like the Wrexham fans like, oh, we're going to slate them, we're going to beat them, and they come out really disappointed at the end of the game, and I was like, well, that's karma for you,
Yeah.
That's karma, but yeah, I'm happy with the point. I'm happy where we kind of are. I just think we are missing, Iwata and Paik, and it'd be, good to see them back, hopefully fit.
Yeah. What about?
I want to say as well, a big shout out to Tommy Wagner. What he done before the game was absolutely brilliant. You know what I mean? It brought tears to my eyes. Has a blue nose. It brought tears to my eyes, and I thought that's.
It ain't even so much that. Like, it's the way that like he was talking to the presenter, and he like before he even gave this lad who sadly lost his life, he looked directly at the camera as he was saying it. And I was like, bloody hell, that.
It was so noticeable, wasn't it? He knows exactly how to be in front of camera, doesn't he?
Yeah. And it was like, it was one of them moments you're like, wow, you know what I mean? And like I say, on behalf of all noses, condolences go out to the lad's family, you know what I mean? What an awful way, what had happened to him. But yeah.
Yeah, he's a. Did he have Did he pay for the bar as well again? He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Apparently, he paid for the whole bar again.
Yeah.
That would have been me writ off.
I can't remember who's. I don't know. It might have been on Block 39's video that I was watching.
Yeah, I think it was.
And there was like, he was like, the beers, like the bar's free, and you just see like a row of beer cups, and I was like, okay, you know what I mean. But bless him. You know what I mean. Another guy wears his heart on his sleeve.
Yeah.
Believes in our club. We're going places. You know what I mean? And keep bringing your little ones along, you know what I mean? Like, next generation, show them what Blues are all about.
100%. 100%. Yeah. Definitely. What do you reckon about Huddersfield as well, then, Blue Shadow? How you feeling about that game?
Huddersfield game, I reckon we could win. I think, it's one of them. They're catching up with Wrexham more than anything, and I think Wrexham's going to drop. I can see them dropping, and Huddersfield coming up and making their mark. But I do think we'll win, and I'm going to go 2-0. No, 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 for Blues to beat Huddersfield.
Fair play, Blue Shadow. Any goal scorers? You goal scorers in?
You know what? Like, I think I've got to a point now where I think you can name as many players to score a goal, and you don't always get the right player, but as long as it goes, as long as it goes in, it doesn't matter anymore. Like,
all I want Sano to score again. I ain't done one of them videos in a while. I'm dying for him to get another goal. I mean, he's come back, from injury, but you can tell he's not 100%. Bless him. Yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, he'll find his feet again, and we'll see them goals start going in.
You got loads of comments as well, Blue Shadow, about your poem.
Thank you.
Gary Johnson just put a thumbs up and a clap. Ricky Gray Keep right on, Blues family and Blue Shadow. Mrs. Blues watching. She's put a blue love heart. Carol Lee, what a talent, Blue Shadow. Well done. Mrs. Blue again. Love the poem. It's awesome. Keep right on from Duncan. And then Mrs. Blues put keep right on. Shit on the Villa. Nice, Jim. Can't say that, Jim. Your family are Villa fans.
Yeah. Do they even exist anymore, though, to be honest with you? The Villa fans, do they even exist in sort of like...
Horrible, isn't they? Horrible.
We don't even need to worry about them. Just enjoy what we're doing, don't we? That's all. That's it.
Right, so before I go, I made up this rap. It's probably going to sounds really shit, but just go with it. You know, stay tuned in, bop your head if you want to.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
bopping ready, Blue Shadow.
Right, okay, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm feeling it.
Okay. I'm fantastic, just like your mattress. I drop one lines because I'm fantastic. So don't spit bars because you're elastic, and I stand here because I am massive. For I'm the shadow who likes to rhyme. Poetry is what you find. Deep conversation in my lines, yeah, there's a message and a time. Be here now on the boy in blue. Morning, noon, I write for yous. Yeah, because I'm a blue nose, forever blue. Birmingham City, I love you. From the fans to the players, Blue Brothers are family, they're hard as nails. Protective and caring with the biggest heart. Veins are pumping because they're all stars. So listen up as I spit. Rap, tap, tap, I'm hitting a beat. I'm running round and having a laugh because I can't spit, I prefer the dark. Hiding in the shadows there, taking place, I'll find my flair. Hold it up and watch it burn. So if you love this, like and share. Keep right on.
Quality, Blue Shadow. Have you just made that up?
Yeah, I just made that up.
Oh my God! What? Oh, honestly, you should be writing like songs and stuff and not releasing stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely right. Yeah, there's a talent there.
Made that up off the spot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Well done, Blue Shadow. Keep right on.
Keep right on. Shit on the Villa. Fuck them all.
Right on.
And all blue noses going down to watch the Huddersfield game. Stay safe. Sing your hearts out and fuck everyone off.
Yes, definitely.
Right, I'm off, by the way.
She's going to spit some more bars.
Nice to speak to you, Blue Shadow.
Yeah, Andrew, and catch you all next time.
Yeah.
See you later, Blue Shadow.
All the best.
See you later. All right,
Keep right on.
Keep on. Try, please.
Oh, she's Aishes, isn't she?
Mate, like, she's written a really nice poem for you and Ben as well. That was...
I literally had tears, mate. It's
honestly,
lovely.
she's so talented.
Brilliant.
We've got Steve. Steve! Hang on, he's got his telly on.
I'll turn it off now.
How you doing, Steve?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks, mate.
Good evening, Neil.
Good evening, Steve. How are you, mate?
I'm not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Before I forget, I've got to one thing. I've got to disagree with you, Jay.
What's that, mate?
Anfield and May.
Yeah.
They've got to be on the pitch together.
Yeah.
Because I believe, now, don't hear me out here, I believe that May is the natural goal scorer. You know, like, how can I put it? Look at, what's his name? That Pratt from Tottenham that went to Germany. England cap.
Kane.
Yeah, he's the same. You know, like, natural goal scorer. They just have got the knack of being in the right place at the right time. You know what I mean? And they put him in. Now, Stano, he's a kid still. You know, he's learning. But he's got something else to his game. He can put, you know, like making do like, you know, the goals that that Stano did against Barnsley and that. He's just like, you know, right place, right time in the box, little tap-ins, bam, 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 bam. But it's like, you know, and like Stano was saying, I'm happy to play where I'm playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I like about him. He can adapt to it, but I just think that, my opinion, I just think they're both goal scorers. They're both number 9s.
Yeah, that is right. That is right. But we've got to. Well, we haven't got to, but I'm saying I think like with the Iceman up there as well. You know what I mean? Because Stano, you know, he's a kid. You know, he's not got that strength yet. You know what I mean? May's a little lad. Little lad. He's a kid. You know, but so, and I think we're really missing our midfield that are like that put the balls through.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? It's
like, mate, yeah, definitely.
So, but I am not going to moan anymore because we are top of the league.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, Steve.
You know what I mean? Okay. The last time we rocked was when we was at Wrexham at home, and like literally the stadium was rocking, you know. And since then, it's like, you know, I don't know, it's just been a bit flat. But that's just, you know, like I say,
So right.
you've got to get used to the type of football. And it's like, and like I said, it's, you know, I keep saying it, new manager, like I say, his first job as a manager, you know, completely new team from last year, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, it's like every
it's the big
game
reset, isn't it, mate?
and closer to that time where we're just going to go and like, you know, I think once we, you know, have caught up on them games and we're like, you know, and because they're both at home games, aren't they? Those two that we've got.
Yeah.
So I think once we've got that little gap, you know, I think that'll take the pressure off the lads a bit. And like, you know, if we can get the injuries, you know, cut down a bit and whatever, and get our 18 back on that pitch, then, you know, I think we'll just, you know, march off, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, I had to get that bit in. What else? Listen, that thing about what we were speaking about earlier, I see Duncan said, you know, his priority, whatever, for the Newcastle game.
Right, yeah.
So I've told him to phone you afterwards and, you know,
oh, yeah, to
stop putting it like, you know, to half price. And I also just said, phone Jay afterwards and he'll explain what, and, you know, give you them. You know.
Yeah. I'd go, mate, but I can't because I can't get it off work.
Oh, no, no. I've told you I'm going to come and... no, I can't say it on scene. I can't say it on the show.
Gems,
but, yeah, it was wicked to see you. It's like, but every time that you come to the game, right, and this is gospel truth, everyone, right, the last 4 games that he's been, you know, to the days come, you know, to the match we made, the last 4 games. It's not the last 4 games on the trot, you know, 2 here. And, you know, every game we've missed a goal. You know what I mean?
What, mate?
And well, it's something
where we been, mate? We've been having a drink.
You know, you get a bit thirsty, don't you? You know what I mean? Jesus Christ.
Influence you all, mate.
Don't drink with Jay. Do not drink. Even the game the other day, you know, I never got there till like, you know, quarter of an hour before the start because I ain't drinking with Jay no more, man. Just don't do it. It's not, you know, it's like, but yeah, it's like, listen, lads, we've got to keep the faith. Just everything's great. Top of the league, you know what I mean? We're winning games. Okay, it's a bit flat, but like, and again, I think like Blue Shadow said about get the young ones in now while we're winning games. You bring the young ones to the games. You know, they'll love it, you know, because, like, imagine bringing the young ones to the game like last year and they'd have been like, you know, Dad, what's this shit, you know what I mean? So, they're now, like, cause they're the next generation, you know what I mean? So get them here now while we're winning games and that, get them hooked, whatever, and let's get the place rocking again, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like you say, it's, you know, it's not up to the team all the time to get us rocking. You know, it's like, you know, we can make that place a fortress. You know, I remember that Wrexham game. Yeah, we went 1-0 down straight away, and it was like
instant keep right on, even though we went a goal down.
I weren't worried because I knew we was going to win. It was like, you know, very similar to like Eustace's last game against West Brom.
Yeah,
we went 1-0 down. You know, again. Didn't worry about that because, you know, we rocked the place then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, so, oh, God, I miss him actually, to be honest, you know. But anyway, you know, yeah, it's like a different style of football. We've got to get used to it, you know, because you know, as Steve said, you know, you got, you know, the likes of Man City, they walk the goals in, don't they? You know what I mean? They do pass them, you know, like, you know, they don't care. So, you know, some of these players have got to start looking up a bit more, you know, and seeing what's around them. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, the Iceman, you know, the ball comes through and like he can just control it, you know, and he'll always put the right ball. You know what I mean? He's not phased by it, you know. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? He's like, you know, he knows where, you know. And I think this is what we've been missing. You know what I mean? You know, so get our midfield back, get Stano and Jay up front with the Iceman, and I think, you know. I think like every game we're going to get closer and we'll get closer, you know. So I say, like your man said as well, like, you know, that Steve, he said, like, you know, our manager, you know, he's been coaching, like, you know, in Premiership, you know, so he's had to drop down there, and like, you know, it's been probably a bit hard for him, isn't it? You know, I'm not saying our players are shit, but they're not like, you know, what he was used to coaching, is it? You know what I mean? So he's learning as well. The lads are learning because, you know, virtually half of them weren't, no, most of them weren't here last year. So we're all learning, and the fans are learning. And it's like, come on, lads, let's get that place rocking again. I mean, you just know, already, right? And I know that Newcastle game, it'll be rocking then, you know. And it's not just because, you know, Newcastle are doing, you know, it's like because the Blues are going to want to fucking make it, you know. And it's like, and having a decent side, playing a decent side, will bring, because I think that's what another thing is as well. It's like we're playing in League One, you know, against, and I'm not trying to say the other teams are shit, but they are, you know. But you know, it's like, and it's, they want to beat Blues. That's what they want. So every, you know, like, you know, they try, like, and like, you know, that first half against Wrexham, you know, those fucking, I thought it was a rugby game, not a football game. You know what I mean? That, you know, the Wrexham fans were like, every time, like, you know, Wrexham, you know, fucking steaming to a Blues, they were, yeah. And it was like, you know, getting them, you know what I mean? So it was a bit naughty, you know what I mean? It was a bit naughty. But yeah, would I have took the point for? I would have loved to have come away with there. I would have loved to have come away from there beating them. Yeah. So I did actually say, there was a geezer on the, I don't know, on one, and he's gone, you know, oh, you know, and I said, listen, mate, I said, if you beat us there, I said, the next game, I said, I'll stand in the Tilson, wearing a Wrexham game with a shag in the fucking oh, and it was fucking sheet. You know what I mean? And then he's like, you know, well, we'll see. You know what I said, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, yeah, it was like, I'd have loved to come there, you know, with that win. You know what I mean? We would have just, because like, they haven't lost, have they, either there at their ground?
No, so, it would have been nice to have brought that. But it was a tough one, though, weren't it, mate? We had 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔 out. So that was free, mate. I reckon it would have been a different game.
And look, we've still kept that run intact with all our midfield out. So I love the positivity, Steve. I tell you what, we need more of this, and everyone needs to listen to it and just be positive about where we're going.
Like, fucking hell, lads, come on, man. We're the top of the league. We're fucking sat there, like, you know.
You're absolutely bang on.
Like, fucking brilliant. But, like, what would you prefer us, you know? To be fucking hooving it up and all that crap again, like what the, you know, what other teams are doing to us, like, you know, that's how they're playing, you know what I mean? So come on, lads, come on, fucking hell. You know Newcastle's going to be rocking, you know. Like, you know, every away game, you know, every away game, boom, they are rocking. You know, it's like, you know, you see our boys away, and it's like they're fucking, you know, it's fucking. You know, fucking touches me inside when you see our boys away, you know, fucking, you know, our fans, it's like, they're amazing, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, come on, man, it should be like that at our fucking ground as well, like, it's like, it seems that, you know, now it's like, it's only happening when, you know, when we're playing You know, like I said, the Wrexham game was the last time I fucking remember it rocking.
Yeah.
I mean, the time.
I think you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
The last time and before that was when my birthday last year, February 17th, when we played Sunderland at home.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? And it was Mowbray, you know, when we had Mowbray.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, you know, I remember that. That was amazing as well, you know what I mean? So, come on, lads. Let's get it fucking going again. Come on. We're all Blues.
Steve,
you know
I love you, mate.
Yeah. Listen,
Jem's,
you know, I'll say goodbye then, like, you know.
Jem's watching.
You know,
She's put 4 Blues love hearts, mate. And she's called you.
Bless her.
She's called you her little cherub.
Look, she's a darling. She's absolutely wicked. You know what I mean? You've got a good one there, bro.
She's got the bug for it.
Darling. You know what I mean?
She loves you, mate.
Another thing, I just want to say a big up to Blue Shadow. You see, you know, you say, you know, her poems are amazing. Listen, you know, she won't mind me saying this. We have little chats, like, you know, and like some of the poems, and she can just do them off. And I'm like, fucking hell. Well, I'm like, you know, I'll be sat there chatting shit to her, and then she'll go, "Oh, I've written your poem," and it's like, how the fuck have you done that? You know, when I was listening to your shit, you know, I was just, you know, and I'm like, wow. So yeah, and I said to her the other day, I said, you know, fucking hell, there's got to be a way of you making money out of this, because it, you know, the next level.
Yeah.
Honest to God.
Yeah,
fucking, you know. But anyway, listen, I'm going to go and let someone else, you know. But listen, have a word with Duncan and that, you know what I mean? Because I need to know what's what, you know.
Yes.
So I think he'll phone you, or you phone him after, and then give him my number. And you know what we're on about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, we'll leave that side. But listen, lovely to see you both, lads.
And you, mate.
I love it when Neil's on as well. I love seeing you.
And you, mate.
Cheers, Steve.
Keep up that positivity, Steve. It's lovely. It's good, mate, and it spreads.
Bless. We need Mrs. Blue on to make an appearance as well. You know what I mean?
She won't come on. I've asked her a few times, but yeah, I'll see if she'll come on the next one.
Okay.
See what she says.
Listen, go on. And I'll listen. Huddersfield, that ain't a fucking problem. Don't worry about that. No, that's a given. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
2-0. And
beautiful.
I'm not even going to say anything about Newcastle. It's like, it's either we're going to like. Well, it depends what, you know, what their manager, you know, it depends what players he's going to put on, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would, oh my God, that's what I'm saying. You know, look, we're all fucking talking about it now. Before the game, you know, we're all buzzing off it now. So that's what I'm saying. You just know the stadium will be fucking rocking, like, you know. And then they'll have all their fans as well, fucking talking whatever that language you can't fucking understand anyway. So, you know, so it'll be fucking brilliant, mate. So, yeah, go on, lads. I'll let someone get on. And
keep right on,
see you
Steve.
both. You know, keep right on, lads.
Keep right on, Steve. All the best, matey.
And, you know, Jake, you know, I keep saying it. You brought this family together, and, you know, fucking bless you.
Cheers,
bless
Steve,
you.
mate.
Go on, then. See you later.
Loud, Steve.
Well, fuck off. I'll see you later.
See you later.
Ta-ra, mate.
Take it easy.
Ta-ra, mate. He says that every time. She's all right, Megan. Fuck off. Duncan.
Hello, brother.
You got through, mate.
I know, yeah.
You are the last caller, mate, tonight.
Oh, thank you.
The one and only Dunk. How you doing, mate?
How are you, Duncan?
I'm all right, actually, guys. I've got a touchy pneumonia. Mild. It's only mild, so that's good, isn't it? So my voice is a bit girly tonight, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Dunk, mate. I thought you said that they didn't. They never found anything in the end with it, or
they did on the Tuesday, but it's but then I thought to myself, I've got to get back down the doctors because it's in rights.
Yeah.
Know yourself, and then they had me back in and they had a look, and it just started to cloud over, and they heard crackling. So anyway, it is what it is. I'm on the pills, and I'm keeping myself warm, so we're all right.
Good.
So we're all cool.
You look after yourself, matey.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, mate.
So yeah, Neil, it's good to see you on here, bruv.
Nice to speak to you again, matey. Nice to speak to you, always.
Yeah. Wrexham, the Wrexham game, that was, I think you said something similar, Neil. That was a defining game of the season because, like, we all know that Wrexham win in the last 15 minutes because they bully and they fight and they push you over, they kick you, which I'm not going to knock because back in the 80s, that was Blues with Van den Houwe, Noel Blake and Handy Sides and all that lot, yeah? So, like, I'm not going to knock it. That will win people football games. Yeah. But what I like was the fact that we stood up to it, and they couldn't get through it.
It was almost a little win for us, wasn't it? Yeah, they kept their run going, we kept ours going, but they owed us one, and we came out on top as far as I'm concerned. In hindsight,
and fair play to their manager. He knew the best form of defending was attack. Yeah. And that second half, that's all he could do. And yes, we was in our half, but no one's done that to us yet. Nobody. And we stood well, and we stood tall.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I agree with that, Mike.
With a half a team the normal 11 we would have had out. Like, going back to Clara, he oozed his class.
Yep.
I can't believe we've got him. He's my player of the season at the moment. I mean, it's going to have to take someone to score another 11 or 12 goals to even have a think, because what that bloke is doing with that back four or back three, he's got vision, he's passing. He brings it forward like an elephant.
I know he does, mate. He brings it forward, yeah.
Like, and he's a beast, and he's a monster.
He is.
And I've been following this Newman. My brother lives in Germany, and he says that everyone in Germany is up in arms that Newman is leaving Germany to go and come and play in England. But it's not so much he's going to the Premier League.
Yeah.
It's the fact he's going to us. And they can't believe it. And we are getting a bloke that's probably 25% better than Clara. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
And that defence is going to be shit hot. And it wouldn't surprise me that, because Chris Davis has come out of the factory where all the FA's thinking has changed the way the football should be played. Like, and he's on that track, that he might start playing a sweeper in the Championship, and it wouldn't surprise me. And not just a bloke that sweeps the ball up. I'm on about a sweeper that gets forward as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Gary Johnson, just quick, Duncan. He's put, great call, Duncan. Get well soon, chap.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Yeah, we'll all be all right. We'll all be all right. And I'm just, it was just an amazing. I mean, there was a couple of Blues players that didn't fancy the tackle in the first half, but in the second they did, because obviously the boss has gone, look, you've got to stand up and be what you want to be here. It's trench football. That's all it was. And that's not what we had to do, to grind out the result. And because we did it, there's nothing else in this league.
Yeah.
We go to Huddersfield and they try and play football. And they're going to try and play football because they're at home. They're going to attack us and try and play football. And they know they're going to hide into nothing, because we'll overcome that. There's no other team that will give us that physicality again in this league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that, to me, you know, like he said, plan A, plan B, plan C. Yeah?
Yeah.
Plan A, you keep the balls all tippy-tappy, score the 1 goal or 2 goals, and plan B might be a bit of a long ball game. But that was plan C, and we played it to perfection, you know?
Yeah.
Jay and me mentioned this earlier on, Duncan, that you'd spoke about this in one of the previous talks on Boying Blue channel. And we allured to it, didn't we? And we did mention you, Duncan, because that was typical of what you were saying this last game. We were playing that bit of passing when we needed to. Then we were trying to sort of stretch behind them a little bit and sort of mix it up. And then it was backs to the walls. And one thing that I'd say about the game that you've just sort of reminded me of, when they came off the other night, it was the first time this season that they looked like they'd been in a match where they hadn't really had to step it up. And they were tired at the end, Blues, wasn't that's one of the first times that I'd noticed that this season.
Yeah.
Massively, and the last, I don't know, Stephen was the last caller. Stephen, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
He made an absolute nailed on point. It's the fact that Chris Davis has had to adapt himself because he came to Blues and he had his plan A. And I don't think, and I'm not being negative on him, he had a plan B or C because he thought he could just pass all the teams to death in this league. But sometimes, like the other night, you ain't going to have it.
Yeah. It's
because you're playing away from home and it's a night match, it's cold, and they're all beasts. I won't get into McLean because if I get into McLean, I'll get banned off YouTube. Channel, don't I? And I know, right? But that bloke, let me get in the room with him and I'll be coming out. I'll tell you that now. He's right. I've got to stop it. Right, McLean, you're lucky. I'm not going to go on about you being a terrorist, so we'll leave it at that. Right. So anyway, you know, and Chris Davis has got this plan B now, and he's got a plan C because you've got to adapt, and he's adapting. And Stephen, the last caller, has nailed it. He's having to adapt as well.
Yeah.
You know, and it's fantastic. And like, if you are going to go and get a centre half from somewhere else, you can't go to Spain and get a centre half, or Portugal, or even Italy, because their football's so different. It's hard to bed in a centre half from a Latin country.
Yeah.
If you're going to go and get a good one, you go to Germany or Austria, because their football is nearly the same as ours. You know what I mean?
What about
silly?
What about the Huddersfield game, Dunk? Like, from going off that performance, obviously Huddersfield have come off another loss. How confident are you that we're going to do them?
Very confident, because it will be a completely different game.
Yeah.
Wrexham played the other night. 7 of their players are over 6 foot. Yeah. And a lot of their players can't really play good football. I'm not knocking them. They're all professional. But they know how to win a game. They know how to, like this might sound dramatic, right? When I was in the army and I played this team in Portugal, when I played for my regiment, right? And this Portuguese team, some of them had needles, and when you went up for the corner, they stabbed you in the backside with a needle.
Yeah.
You thrown that and you punched them in the face, you got sent off, right? Some teams know how to play dirty, and they actually think that that's acceptable. Now, I'm not saying Wrexham had pins, but they knew how to put an elbow in the other night.
Yeah.
Like, and they knew where to put a finger in someone's eye, you know what I mean? Because that's what they do, and that's how they win games. And I can't really knock it, because when you think of Pat Van Den Hal and Mick Harford and Noel Blake, weren't we the same? You know?
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely.
Yeah.
We're going to be all right, didn't we, Dunk?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, one thing, I just wanted to go back to what you were saying about, you know, how Davis has, and it comes from what Steve had said that you picked up on, Davis has adapted the style of football mid-season, and to think that we've done all this, and I just want to spread a bit more of that positivity, without dropping points. We've transitioned through these different styles of football, and we haven't had to start again and start winning games again. We've only drawn. Okay, we've lost 2 games all season, but we've managed to keep that winning mentality through all these changes. And I think we just need to commend Chris Davies for the way he's managed to change everything around. I've been a critic with some of the decisions, but I tell you what, I've always swallowed my pride afterwards and said, you know what, he's got it right, because the bloke, for his first job in football as the #1 man, I think he's doing an absolute sterling job. I do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
isn't
I mean, look at his win ratio as well, though.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the pressure on him. I mean, I've seen the guy's aged 10 years in 6 months, hasn't he? You know, he still looks better than I do, obviously, but he's aged. I mean, I'm only 21 as well.
No way, you had a hard paper round.
Bloody hell, I'm still on it. That's how bad it is.
Oh, so funny. So bloody funny. Yeah, but no, I mean, it's positive. Look, no one is going to be like them, and we played them now. We won one, and we drew it. There's no one else that's going to bully us. Nobody.
That's it. Yeah.
Right? So it's all down to either getting through 2 banks of 4, or someone comes and attacks us. You'll probably get Wickham to do that, and Huddersfield, and maybe Bolton. Yeah, but apart from that, no one else that's going to come and attack us, and no one's going to come and bully us, you know? And
just got to keep our composure and just keep going through the ABCs of what we do, you know, pick the style of play. We know we can adapt to these games. We just got to keep our feet on the floor and not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, and the last caller, Stephen, touched on decision making. I think you did as well, Neil. Right? The way that the FA trains the coaches now in the 4 corners, one of the corners is the psychology corner. Yeah, and it's all about decision making. And it's true what you say. It's massive. You've got to watch the Premier League and then watch the Championship, and you can tell the difference straight away. It's decision making. People come off the bench in the Premier League for 10 minutes. They don't touch the ball for 9 and score on the 10th minute, right? And they don't even don't even take a touch to control it. They just put it in the goal because it's decision making, you know. And that's something we have to work on. But if you've got a decision maker as a footballer, these top teams won't let them play in the Championship. They'll snap them straight away. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And you can have all the talent, the physical talent in the world, but you've got to have that footballing nous about you as well, haven't you? That's what makes a top player.
Right, and I don't want to single Stern John out, but back in the day, he wasn't a bad little player, right? And apparently,
Stern John, I did.
Yeah, he did 200 keeping up. He's in the dressing room at half time to keep himself warm, right? And all the players were in a war with him, going, "Wow, wow, wow!" But Daddy said he's not bad, but his first touch is rubbish. And it was true. And that's not knocking the lad. That's someone that's played at the highest level, can see that he's a good Championship player, but when it came down to the nitty-gritty, you know, and when you've got that eye and you can see it, that's when you know you're going places. And Chris Davies can see things.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Clara's nailed on for me. Yeah. Ben Davies, yes, of course. I think he should be part of the squad and we should sign him. But this bloke coming from Hanover,
Phil Newman.
Yep.
You wait till he takes to the pitch. I'm telling you now, mate. He will be bringing that ball forward to the halfway line. And he won't just be being a beast of a man. He'll be a football player as well. An old-fashioned German sweeper. You wait and see.
You look at the build-up with this guy coming in now. We won't see him until next season, and already we're thriving. We're chomping at the bit as fans to get to see him, aren't we? I mean, if that doesn't drive season tickets to right up, nothing will. I mean, because everyone. I mean, I've just on him coming. I just want to ensure I'm going to be there. I'll be renewing my ticket straight away at the end of the season, because the anticipation, we're going to be in the Championship, and that's what he's building for, and I just can't wait for him to come now and get started in the Championship with the rest of the squad that hopefully we'll still have with us now.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that midfield, I think we need one more midfielder ready for next season, the centre of the park. I don't think the cover for 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔 is good enough, personally. And that's no knock, it's just the way I see it. Right, we need a decent midfielder to come in and challenge for a spot in the team in the middle. But the defence, as it's looking now and what's coming in, to me, it's cool. Maybe look at the goalie, but from the midfield down to the goalie, apart from the goalie, I think we're looking good. It's getting this system up top sorted. I do think that we need a player to come in that I'm not saying he's guarantees, because you can't guarantee nothing.
Yeah.
But you need someone who's going to put the ball in the net at least 18 times a season in the Championship.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't see May doing that in the Championship. But then I don't want to knock him. I don't want to knock anybody, but let's just let Chris Davis do the business in it. You know what I mean?
That's it. I said it on one of our videos that we're all good armchair managers, aren't we? But he's the one that's doing the real job. You know, let him have the headaches of picking the team. Got a good squad to pick from, and Craigie Gardner's going to keep adding those players in for him.
Yeah, he's definitely been phenomenal as well. Craig Gardner as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. Absolutely. Like, you know, and like you look at what's around, and look at the players we've got for the future. I mean, Yoko couldn't have played the other night because they would have just smashed him into row Z. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it would have done his confidence a load of rubbish, you know. But it's a work in progress. Like, and someone mentioned about Steno. I mean, remember when Rooney came to Man United that first season?
Yes.
You could push him with a finger and he'd fall over. The next season, he had put on about 2 stone of muscle in the gym. Now, who knows that Stano doesn't get in that gym and they give him a plan where he bulks up, because he's still only 21. He's probably got another 6 months to go, and then he can change his shape a bit, because you give him a bit more clout, and he'll be a different type of player, a better player.
Yeah, definitely, Dunk.
With this coaching team we've got as well now, with the the Tom Brady thing about what's going on, and Chris Davis. I mean, look at where he's been and who he's worked under, and he's bringing that to League One. It's only going to be good, isn't it? Moving on from here, and the players have brought into it, aren't they? This project that's been sold to them, to us all.
Yeah.
You know, it really is just from the top all the way through. It's only positivity, isn't it? And we've just got to show that from the stands, like again Steve was saying, because it has been a bit flat, and I think we all need to just step it up a little bit now. Yeah. You were saying it, Jay, as well. You know, someone was saying, "Why are you bothering?"
It breaks me though, because
we've really got to step up and give it them back now, haven't we?
The reason why I do this is because when I was a kid, and my dad took me to the Blues, like, just the song, I just got hooked with how the Blues fans are, and I've always said it, mate, and even now, it's always the fans, mate, before the football club for me, all day, every day, mate. The football club's the next best thing from the fans. Like, I just love it, mate. So I just, like, it breaks me when it.
And look at what we're doing here now. Look at this community you've got going here, matey.
Always said it, mate. Always the Blue Noses, mate. Definitely.
Brilliant. Fair play to you.
Yeah. Like, you know, and I am taking my flag with a flagpole against Newcastle. And, right.
Go on, Dunk.
If I get nicked, I get nicked, because
we'll all have to get you. We'll have to sneak you in somehow. We'll all get together.
Yes. Yeah, we'll sneak you in, Dunk.
The flagpole is 2.5 foot long. Now, the legislation on the government website for flags at football grounds is 2 foot, the pole. And it's right, and for the sake of 6 inches, they can kiss my swingers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because I'm not a thug. I want to take my flag. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We mentioned this before, didn't we, mate?
You know. Oh dear me. But anyway, yeah. We beat Huddersfield. We beat them 2-0.
Go on, Dunk. Goal scorers, get them in, son.
Oh, I don't know.
Come on.
I reckon one of the defenders is due a goal.
Yeah?
I do, yeah.
Nice.
I reckon a Clive's going to stick one in there.
Yeah,
I'll put it
definitely.
over a corner. And I reckon,
yes.
I reckon Dano shot them outside the box.
Nice, Dunk.
And then the Newcastle game, I'm going to talk about it now quickly.
Yeah,
You've heard it here first. It's going to be 3-3.
3-3.
Ooh, there's one.
I do. I think it'll be 3-3 because they're thinking it'll be the big time Charlie barcode. You know, look at me, I'm fucking being sold in Tesco. Yeah. And they're going to go to the pitch and they're going to shit themselves. But they're still going to be professional and attack us, and we'll attack them. And let's have it. Last man standing.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a good one, isn't it, mate? It's gonna be our cup final. Roles reverse this time.
Yeah.
Come on, you blue boys.
Definitely.
What's that saying you say to them? Why I am fuck off, innit? No, I'm only playing, guys. Yeah, and a big shout out to Neil and his Blue Tube. Lads and lasses, if you haven't subscribed to his channel,
thanks,
and Duncan's as well.
And obviously, big shout out to Joe's channel and Nick's channel, and I suppose mine, but mine's not football. It's other things. But
but still go and give Duncan a follow, though.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a good channel.
Yeah, but don't follow me in the street or I'll call the police.
Yeah, so you're going for 2-0.
Yeah, man, 2-0.
Message to the Blue Noses, Dunk.
Keep the faith. Keep right on.
Yeah.
Shit on the Villa.
Yes.
And bring a flag against Newcastle.
Yeah.
On a pole. So
bring your voices.
Yeah, definitely. Dunk, love you loads, mate. And get plenty of rest, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Right.
Yeah,
Put your feet up.
Good to speak to you, Dunk. All the best, matey.
Cheers, bruv.
Top man.
So that is it. That is the 2-hour mark, mate. Everybody watching, I've absolutely loved it.
2 hours already.
Yeah, Neil, I've loved talking to you again, mate, as always, and thanks so much for making time for me, mate.
Thank you for having me. I love being part of this community with you, matey. It's lovely. Some fantastic people on here.
I love talking to you, mate.
Yeah, same here. It's it's fantastic.
And everybody else does as well.
It is. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's brilliant. It's just we're all here. We're all of the same mind. We don't always agree on everything, but we can all see our points of view, can't we? And it all comes together.
Yeah, but we all bleed blue, mate, and that's the beauty of it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, honestly, everybody that's been watching me, supporting me, and Neil as well. Yeah, I can't thank you guys enough. You know, like I mentioned at the start of this video, you know, I've done this like over 12 months, and I can't believe I wouldn't be doing this now, like if it wasn't for you guys. So, from me, from my big blue royal arse, keep right on. Love you all, Neil. Love you loads, mate. And we're gonna win.
Love you too, mate.
Come on, you blue boys.
Keep right on.
See you later,
Come on,
guys.
you blue boys. All the best.
Definitely. All the best, mate.